What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm coming at you guys today because we have, surprisingly, Dragon Ruler support in 2024. Well, it'll be coming out in 2025, but it is definitely something we did not expect to see. And I mean, the Dragon Rulers are all at 3 in both the TCG and the OCG, so it was only a matter of time before we started seeing the Dragon Rulers legitimately pop up and potentially even get new support. Now, this support comes after what, almost 11 years since the initial release of the Dragon Rulers. So it makes sense that now that they have officially been unbanned, that there'll be more monsters to fit into the archetype. So we have a longer list of cards coming, and this is apparently coming from the new set in the OCG. Alan, which I have no idea what Alan is actually supposed to stand for, so please forgive me. Because earlier I've been just busy with other stuff. So, we have two new Dragon Rulers. Let's go ahead and take a look at them. And we start off with Spectre, Dragon Ruler of Rays, known in the OCG as Dragon Ruler of Light. Spectre. It is a level 2 light attribute. Hold on, because I'm going to outscale. There we go. It's a level 2 light attribute dragon type monster with 600 attack and 1000 defense. And its effect reads, you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn and only once a turn. You can discard one. This card and one light or dragon monster to add 2 dragon rulers monsters from your deck to your hand, except for Dragon Ruler of Rays, Spectre. You can banish this card from your graveyard and one other light or dragon monster from your graveyard. Then target one Calamus, the Dragon Ruler of Auroras, in your graveyard and special summon it. Then we have what essentially is its dark counterpart. This is Nebulous, the Dragon Ruler of Shadows. It is a level 2 dark attribute dragon type monster with 1000 attack and 600 defense. You can only use each of its effects once per turn, and only once that turn. You can discard this card and one other dragon or dark type dark attribute monster to then target 2 banished dragon rulers with different attributes except for Nebulous, the Dragon Ruler of Shadows, and special summon them, but they can attack this turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard and one other dark or dragon type monster. Then target one Eclipsis, the Dragon Ruler of Woos, from your graveyard and special summon it. Alright. Now we go on to these monsters that they're talking about. So we have Exceed monsters. Oh, okay. So this is Calamus, Dragon Ruler of Auroras. Rank 7 light attribute dragon type Exceeds monster with 3000 attack, 1600 defense. Requires 2 level 7 dragon monsters. You can only use each of the effects of this card's name once per turn each. Quick effect. You can target one level 7 dragon ruler monster from your graveyard and detach one material from this card, and it becomes the Scent monster's effects activated by discarding itself. The second effect is if this card is destroyed by battle or in its owner's possession is destroyed by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon one level 7 dragon ruler monster from your graveyard or banished. Then we have Eclipsis, Dragon Ruler of Woos. It's a rank 7 dark attribute dragon type Xyz monster. 2700 attack, 1900 defense. Requires 2 level 7 dragon type monsters. You only use each of the effects of this card's name once per turn each. If this card is Exceed 7, you can target one level 4 or lower Dragon Ruler monster in your graveyard or banish, and special summon one level 7 or rank 7 Dragon Ruler mentioned on it from your deck or banish, and then shuffle that target into the graveyard. Into the deck. The second effect is when this card. When your opponent activates a spell, trap, or an quick effect, you can detach 2 materials from this card and negate the activation. If you do, banish that card. We have Disaster, Dragon Ruler of Paranormalities. It's a level 7 light attribute dragon type monster with 0 attack and defense. And it requires 2 rank 7 monsters. Oh, okay. That's the first. It says you can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. This card is exceed 7. You can target up to 4 level 7 Dragon Ruler monsters in your graveyard are banished and attach them to this card as material. Then when you banish all monsters, your opponent controls or in their graveyard with the same attributes as the monsters you attach to this card. If this uh, if this card has light, dark, earth, water, wind, and fire dragon rulers monsters as material, its attack and defense become 4600. Also, it can be affected by other card effects. And the last card is Draco Calamity. It's a quick play spell, and it says target one. You can use the first and second effect of this card thing per turn, but only once that turn. Such level 1 dragon ruler monster from your hand, graveyard, or banished. Then immediately after this, exceed summon one dragon. One exceeds monster. Uh, exceed summon one dragon ruler monster using only dragon ruler monsters you control. During your main phase, you may banish this card from your graveyard and target any number of banished dragon ruler monsters with different attributes and return them to your graveyard. So, this is a major array of monsters and cards supporting dragon rulers. So let's start off with the basic obvious. Now they have light and dark dragon rulers, which is something we kind of expected. But wow, it took 10 years for this to actually happen. Alright. And you know what? I'm not even gonna knock it. I'm actually quite happy that we have light and dark dragon rulers because here's the thing. The dragon rulers are based off of the attributes in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. The only attributes that didn't have dragon rulers is light, dark, and divine. Even though divine has basically been classed to the god cards and monsters who are corresponding with the god typing or divine beast typing, it is very much so that these are actually good additions to the dragon rulers themselves and even fluctuates even more play for the dragon rulers because this, if I'm not mistaken, is coming out right around the time the dragon rulers um, have been unbanned here in the TCG for at least a few days now, and the fact that for a majority of what we have seen, dragon rulers are basically not what they used to be in 2013. Because remember, dragons took worlds. Dragons were one of the most popular decks at the time, and one of the most meta decks in the game, next to its biggest rival of that era, which was Spellbook. Even to the time where both of them were crippled to pretty much no playability. Dragon rulers themselves getting a light and a dark baby, and then the exceed monsters being the adults. It's definitely a big twist on them, but this was kind of something people wanted because people wanted exceed monsters for the dragon rulers. So talking about each of them individually, Spectre is basically just a way to get free uses out of dragon monsters, getting them to your hand as soon as possible, and then being able to go get Calamus from your graveyard and putting it onto the field. It's basically, in a way, just a way to pop itself and then summon Calamus, because Calamus, but it means also Calamus has to be in the graveyard, which that's not going to be too hard because there are tons of ways to send dragon monsters from the extra deck into the graveyard. So this is definitely a nice note. This is also the reason I can see Eclipse Wyvern, was it White Dragon Buster and Dark Dragon Collapse Serpent not being legal, because oh boy, and it was already enough that they were how they are now. So yeah, we're not gonna see Eclipse Wyvern come off the ban list. Then we're gonna talk about Nebulous, the Dark Dragon Ruler. Same shtick, just gets its dark. It's adult version, which is okay. I don't know why that ad popped up. My apologies, and I don't know why this changed format either. Hold on one second, because it shouldn't have changed format. So yeah, we back behind the scenes stuff. So then let's talk about Nebulous on its own. I think this is honestly still just as equally a great addition to being a dragon ruler, just as much as Spectre. And just for the fact that they're getting their adult forms from the graveyard and putting them onto the field, it's just an equivalent of the dragon rulers baby forms bringing out their adult versions or their more grown-up versions from the hand or deck by discarding them or their second attribute or a dragon. Then let's talk about these dragons themselves. So Calamus, being able to destroy, no, being able to copy the effects of the monsters that it's discarding for its material, and then being able to summon a dragon ruler from the graveyard or from the banish to put more dragon rulers on the field. I'm sure somebody's gonna find some loops with this or some ways to recur this to where you have a board full of negations and the crazy shenanigans that of course are what dragons have. This is easily a good uses. And the crazy thing is, even though it's locked to level 7 dragons, let's be real, we have so many level 7 dragons. Even with the dragon rulers, it's a large pool than it was before. Especially with the versatility. And its dark counterpart being able to negate the activation of things and then banish them. While on top of that being able to essentially summon dragon rulers as well and bringing them to the board. This is just as good too. And just the whole recycling the dragons and being able to put them back into the deck, which I never thought was an issue. But with cards like Return from different dimension, Return from different dimensions instead of being banned, this is a good way to recycle those pieces and then get uses out of them again. Even though all of them are on heart once per turns, as we all know, it's not hard to cheat out a dragon ruler. It's really not. The biggest thing is Disaster here, who not only becomes unaffected by card effects when you have all 6 attributes under it as material, but the fact that it can put those monsters under it as material. It's basically you just need at least 2 of them, then go get the other 4, and then bam, you become, an unstoppable beast with 4,600 attack and defense and can be unaffected by the cards. This is probably one of the biggest monsters that you want to have on your inboard because it's just a big ass powerhouse. It's a good powerhouse at that. And the spell card, Drago Calamity. The fact that this card mentions Dragon Ruler is one thing, because now the Dragon Ruler support. I wouldn't be surprised if we get more Dragon Ruler support to help search for their spells and trap cards. But yeah, this is definitely a great way to go in the right direction with Dragon Rulers. To be able to special summon them and then being able to exceed summon automatically, and then being able to target your banished dragon rulers with different attributes and send them into the graveyard to give more fuel to the lineup of things that you'll need for them. So yeah, this is definitely some great support, and I'm sure there's going to be more sooner or later with the dragon rulers. Of course, I'm pretty sure we're going to start seeing versatile plays of the new dragon rulers between the next couple of days and into the release of this set for the OCG as well as the TCG. So I'm sure people are very excited, and I wouldn't be surprised if the rarity of the current dragon rulers are going up now. Because, well, actually no, because it's funny we say that, but then I just thought about it. The dragon rulers had a major reprint just a couple of weeks ago. I mean, over time, yeah, those prints were going to get expensive because those prints will probably be out of print. But damn, that's going to be a nice increase in some bases. I mean, and also the highest rarity, I think, is Platinum Secret Rare, or is it Quarter Century Rare? Because we all know they're in the Quarter Century Bonanza, and I think they're in every rarity too. So shout out to all those who want to get hollows, because you're going to probably try to pivot it from that market. But yeah, no, this is really good for them. This is really good combination. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of combinations between light, dark, and the other attributes of the Dragon Ruler. It's basically just going to be Dragon Turbo with a lot more pieces. I think I even seen some people talking about Tempest getting Kokimiru Drago as a way to deal with your opponent's monsters as well. Well, more so the light and dark to counter out the mirror match. So yeah, I'm sure people are gonna definitely be happy about this. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the new edition of the Dragon Rouleurs. Are you excited to see them? What these, and I'm just gonna say this now. Eclipse Wyvern and them are not going to be off the list unless they legitimately try to mark it off for them being in the game. But even then, so that would be a very bad move for obvious reasons. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about the new assortment of Dragon Rulers, the playability, and what things you would like to see people do with them. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel as it helps me out tremendously. You can hit the notification bell to be informed of when I upload more of my content to the channel. Social media links will be in the description box below, and of course, if you guys would like to see previous content, you can check that out as well. Thanks everybody for watching. HPJ signing out.